Hello, Mr. Pablo. Today I'll be sharing the problems in the story Calvin and Dora and suggesting possible solutions. In the readings, we see that Dora fears Calvin. She's worried because she does not know who he reminds her of, and they would also disagree because their wells dry. These problems affect both their relationship and everyday life. First, the problem is that Dora fears Calvin. He prefers to be strict and threatening in his approach. For instance, he kicked viciously at the Tawny cat. This is from the first extract. This attitude represents aggression and compels Dora to whisper instead of speaking freely. The likely explanation is Calvin's temper and disrespect. Solution: Calvin should be nicer and more tolerant with Dora. Dora, in turn, might have the guts to tell him how she feels. Likely result: if Calvin does change, then Dora will not be so scared, and it will also improve their relationship. Slowly but surely. Next, Dora cannot think what Calvin reminds her of. The second problem is that Dora cannot work out why Calvin feels so familiar. As the text states, the solution would spring to her mind but always be just short of her consciousness. This is from the first extract. This fills her with confusion and worry. Solution: Dora needs to think over these feelings, maybe even disclose to someone that she is at ease with, so that she is able to make sense of her mind. Likely outcome: if she sees this secret, Dora would be more in charge and less scared, and this would make her more independent. Finally, the third problem is an extremely practical one. No water in the well. Extract 2 informs us that ever since his well had gone dry, Calvin had been hauling water. This makes their existence exhausting for both, especially Dora, who does the back-breaking work of putting up the buckets. Solution: they could go to their neighbor Nord for help, or work more reciprocally in an effort to share the burden. Or they could go in search of a more reliable source of water. Likely result: should they resolve the water issue, their lives would be less tense, and they would have the energy to fix their relationship overall if Calvin acts respectfully, if Dora gets clearer with her feelings, and if they manage to bring the water scarcity to halt, then the story would get a more satisfactory ending, and both characters would live a more peaceful and better understanding life. The most important value here is respect. If Calvin has respect for Dora as an equal, not only would this resolve her fear, but it would also allow for them to work together on real-world issues like the drywall. Respect could guide their decisions toward compassion and cooperation.